Hello guys, this is Jim, and without further ado, I give you the perfect grade Gundam Ashtray. Enjoy. Okay, stop the presses. I am not done with this kit. I just snapped it together. It is far from done. So this is work in progress number 2, custom PG Ashtray blue frame. Cue the intro. No, I am far from done. Yep, I've only snapped this guy together. Finally snapped them together. So this guy is far from being complete. Still need to prime and paint him. But as you can see, he's all prepped up. Believe it or not, the longest that it took for me to do was his manipulators. His hands are full of mold lines like you wouldn't believe, and it took a lot of sanding each one of those fingers. It was just painful to do, but the end result, I think, came out alright. Removed the seam line from the sheath, and I think this guy, he's coming along pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with him. Not sure how it's gonna be posing him, but yeah, I can finally start thinking about painting him. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you something in regards to the articulation of this kit, in terms of the legs, and a quick tip. So enjoy. Well, let me get this guy out of the way. I just kind of wanted to show something real quick. This is the leg of the PG ref frame, and I kind of wanted to show a point. Most of you probably know, perfect grades cost $150, $200, $250, somewhere like near the 300s. And for those of you who probably don't know why it's so expensive, it's not really the size of the kit. The kit is plastic, and plastic relatively is cheap, and these kits in general are mass produced. They use molds to produce these kits, and they have high quality standards, and I give them that. That can drive the price a little up, but that's not really the cost of the kit. I think the cost of this kit is just the engineering effort that goes behind it, and what I mean by this is just the detail of everything. As an example, it's just this foot is just amazing. As you start building it, you start kind of seeing things, and you kind of learn to appreciate what goes behind the design of one of these kits. Like, for example, when this ankle moves, you see the armor moves with it. Whoop. That wasn't securely tied down. I haven't glued this down yet, but and I tend to widen the gaps on these kits just so I can take them apart easier later on. So when they're snapped together, they're pretty loose. But yeah, that's one of the things that I love about these kits. And if it goes up and down, this moves. And for example, if I try to bend this here like this, you see this armor, see how it splits? That is pretty cool. So there's still work to be done on this kit. You know, I'm just snapping it together and sanding as I go along. On the finished kit, this is not gonna be loose. I tend to glue everything together and just leave the articulating joints. Those are not glued, of course, but armor that's not supposed to move and supposed to stay in place, that's gonna be glued down. But yeah, I got the two legs almost done. There's still a couple of things that I need to do, but overall I'm just kind of loving the way this thing moves. It's just pretty amazing how it just articulates, and you see armor just shift, pistons move around. It is pretty cool. And from what I've heard on the forums and seen in the forums is that the master grade is pretty close. I mean, it's not perfect grade in terms of articulation, but there's a couple of things that it borrows from the perfect grade. I haven't built one yet. I might in the future, but yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Talk to you soon.
Alright, I just wanted to kind of point something out real quick. Kind of show off the importance of sanding the surface of armor. And this is a perfect example right here. This is part of the knee, and I don't know if the camera kind of picks it up, but you can kind of see through the plastic these lines, which if I flip the piece, you see these kind of support structures inside the armor, but you can kind of see them through the plastic, and it's very noticeable here. It picks up better in real life than in the camera. And if I were to prime this guy, it even pops out even more, and it just looks weird. So what I do is I use these little sponges made by Norton. I have a brand new one right here, Norton 320 grit, extra fine, and like the picture shows, I think this is mostly used for wood and stuff like that. But what I like about this sponge, as opposed to some of the other sponges that I've seen around, is that it's really thin. It is really thin. So I basically just cut these into, you know, little squares like this, and they just conform perfectly to any surface. So I just basically sand until these disappear, and the ending result is this. So maybe I can pick up the difference between unsanded, this one, and sanded. You see the lines are gone. Again, it looks better in real life, but again, when I prime this guy, it will look ultra smooth. You will not see any lines whatsoever. So those are just little imperfections of the plastic that I think if you want a nice model, you have to take care of.
Okay, so we're back. I wanted to show you that, guys, just to kind of see the importance of sanding and some of the cool articulation that a Perfect Gray kit has. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm ready to paint this guy. And a couple of things that I wanted to show you was some paints that I got in the mail that I'm thinking of using to paint him with. And these are it. These Alclad paints that I got. I don't know, I've searched online to see the result of these paints, and I couldn't really find anything except what was shown in the website. But these are new Alclad paints. Despite them saying lacquer, I believe these are enamel paints. Actually, this one's a lacquer. I'll explain what this one is later on. But essentially, these are candy lacquers. I mean, candy enamels, Alclads. And this is a new line that they recently launched. And I'm kind of surprised I don't see more of these online and in forums. So I thought, what the hell, I'd buy a few bottles and try myself. So essentially, you got a bright silver candy base that you apply, and according to Tony and his website, you're supposed to apply this directly to the plastic, no priming or anything. So this is going to be interesting. I don't know, I mean, I usually prime to cover sanding and imperfections and stuff like that, small imperfections, or to see imperfections. So to apply this directly to plastic, I don't know, I'll have to experiment a little bit. And we got different colors here: candy cobalt blue, candy indigo, it's a different shade of blue, and this candy enamel red. Now if you've seen the pictures on the website, they just look amazing, and I can't wait to try these out. But I have to pull out my plastic spoons and test a little bit. And this transparent blue I was thinking of putting on top of a chrome base to see how it looked, just to test it out. I also have Tamiya clear blue. Now this is an acrylic paint. I'm not too keen on acrylics. I don't really like using them just because of the fact that they tend to peel easily than enamels and lacquers. But if I like the results, I'll give it a try. What the hell, I had this bottle lying around, so I thought I'd test it out. And the other ones that I wanted to try out were these Mr. Crystal Color. Now these, you need a black gloss base, and then you just apply these on top, and they should look kind of like candy, sort of like, I don't know, you can kind of see how it looks, how it reflects. It should give it sort of like almost like a pearlescent color. So you basically, you're just skipping, if you use pearl powders before, you kind of skipping that step of using the powders on the paint, and you just applied the paint directly. So these already have the pearl chemicals inside, I guess. So give that a try. Hey, by the way guys, be careful with hobby knives. I can't stress this enough. So be careful when you're using your hobby knife and stuff like that. I've cut myself way too many times enjoying the hobby. So alright, this is another one that I want to try out. Tamiya Gold, because eventually I will be stripping that gold from the sword and applying a gold color coat. So I have to try this one out. And finally, these right here, Mr. Color Metallics. So I have a few I wanted to try out: super titanium, super fine silver. I don't know why it says silver there, but it should be silver. This one right here, plate silver. I heard this thing is supposed to be like amazing, and it comes with its own. It comes in this little box, and curiously enough, it has its own thinner, which is just weird. So you don't use the actual Mr. Color thinner. I mean, yeah, Mr. Color thinner, or no, you uses, it has its own thinner, so it's gonna be interesting to use. No idea how to apply these. I can't really find any information on these on web, and I can't read Japanese, so. And Super Iron and Super Gold. Now guys like Sneeper and Matt Morozik, they swear by Mr. Color metallics, the super metallics. They love these things. So heck, I said to myself, hey, just give it a shot. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys. Hope you enjoyed the work in progress. Like the video if you like, subscribe if you want to see more updates. Now I think I'm gonna be taking a break from this guy. I will be testing out some spoons and testing out all of these colors just to kind of see what I want to use, but I think I'm going to continue working on my RX 78-2 Verka, so I can finally finish that guy, because he's maybe 80% done. So alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.